Hello, my name is Aditya, and we have chosen Goal 4.5, which is about equity in education. We call ourselves the Minecrafters. We first thought we should understand what 4.5 is all about, and we went to various websites, and we found that there is a lot of emphasis on gender inequity. We have looked at inequity on account of location, religion, poverty, and language. And we have looked at the data which is relevant to our country, which means India, for obvious reasons of logistics. Uh, Here, some data is shown about how poverty affects the completion rates, which is considerable. But a hidden factor which is there is that of language. And we found that language is something that we should look at in terms of removing disparities. We've chosen education because that's in our blood. We love working with children, including disadvantaged and handicapped children.
I have been going to various schools. I've seen that many children face a lot of problems by not knowing English. Though we've also seen that, I've also heard the instructions are always given in English, which students are unable to understand. And by this, their confidence gets lowered and they face a lot of problems.
I've pinned down a few questions. The first question being, how might we design a way to overcome or eliminate language disparity from education system? How might we design a technology-based solution to this language disparity so that each student gets an equal opportunity or chance to compete with others irrespective of the language he or she is using? And the last question being, is it possible to change the education paradigm along with the facilitation of learning in all languages?
Let's look at the solution. This solution is arrived after extensive brainstorming. What we are proposing is to learn orally, learn in your mother tongue, and know at least one script, preferably the Roman script. What we're also saying is that 5 minds of the future and 7 complex lessons, that means 12 cognitive parameters and all, be taken and meta-linked to the way that the teaching is done. The teaching will be done by 3 experts. So 3 experts for a topic will espouse on a single topic and they will record. We will make sure it's meta-linked to the 12 cognitive parameters that will be measured by a machine. And these basic scripts, after being recorded, are made available to the child to listen and learn. How do we disperse this learning? We disperse it through cloud, where internet is there, or we disperse it through iPod type devices, which are quite cheap and which can be accessed by anyone. We are using extensively AI and deep learning in order to achieve this. What's under the hood? We are using Google Extreme for translation. We are going to be developing our own AI for linking to the cognitive parameters, which are shown out here. And these 12 cognitive parameters are going to form the heart of the way of instruction. It also means a lot of training for the trainers.
So here we will discuss about the different technologies required for language translation and the technologies needs to develop for our project. The Google Extreme and the GTP2 are the best options for our project. Google Extreme covers 40 different languages and provides speech-to-speech translation. On the other hand, GTP3, which is developed by OpenAI, is the largest language model ever created and can generate amazing human-like text on demand. Now let's talk about the technologies needs to develop for this project. So we have to develop a deep learning system which can detect which cognitive is addressed and which also able to evaluate the linkage to the cognitives. So let's talk about the different stages of this model. So the complete project is divided into different stages. This is the main workflow for this project. So here we are using two different type of storage. One is a dedicated server for AI hosting, and for content storage, and for the content storage we will use cloud hosting. Educators will upload their content to the dedicated server, and the NLP expert or natural language processing expert will process data or translate data into other languages. Language expert will help to validate that data. After the translation and quality check, the content will uploaded to the cloud. Those have internet connection, they can directly access content from cloud, and those have mobile phones, they can connect to the cloud using Android apps. Student located in the remote places can have recorded content in their system, and they can update study content when internet is available. These are the hardware requirements for our project.
How will this happen? We have a project plan which is divided into 5 stages, detailed for the first 3 stages. The first stage is important because that's when we are going to do the pilot and also build the AI for the 12 cognitive parameters. The second stage is when we expand to one subject for all grades. We also go to boards and governments and try to create an advocacy for our product. The third stage is to collect all the data from whatever has been done so far and compare it with a control, show that to the world and show that to the governments so that major states can participate in this exciting journey. Stage 4 and 5, not yet detailed. What we envisage is an AI which is able to pick up language and dialects from native speakers as explained. The budgetary estimates are given here stage wise for the first 3 stages. And we estimate that for the first 3 stages, we should be around $600,000, which we hope to raise either through equity or through a loan or a mix. And the revenue model would be based on a pay-per-use or content support by governments. Writer that I really like, and this is a very pertinent quote from one of her books, something to live by. Thank you.